Hello, my name is Alvin Vasquez, and today I am attempting to do assignment 8, which is to create a git ignore hidden file, remove and clean using git bash commands for Linux. And so we're going to go on to the terminal and we're going to look for the downloaded files. So we're going to change directory to download. And in here, we see that assignment 8 is inside the downloads directory. And so we're going to change directory to assignment 8. And inside assignment 8, here are the backups, the build, the config ini file, the logs, and the source. And so we're going to check the status of the repository in this file. And in here we have 3 untracked files. And so our next task is to create a git ignores by using v.gitignore. And in here we will create the files to ignore. And so we will put in the build directory, the log directory, and the config ini file. And to save, we would escape here, then delete to save. Now we quit. Then we go to git status again. Now we have the git ignore being added. And so the next task is to remove the backups directory. And so we're going to use git rm recursive backups. And then we will check the status again. And it here shows that the backups directory has been deleted. And now we will use the git clean command, which cleans all the files in this directory. So we'll use git clean force. And then here it shows that it's removing the git ignore and the git config. And then we will check the git status again. And it shows that only now 2 files that are untracked, while here it still shows that the backups content has been deleted. And so we're going to git add and then git commit message deleted files. And that's how you use the git clean, the git ignore, and the git rm to remove any content inside the directory and the file within. Make sure you use the -R for the recursive part. That way you can download both in one code. So our next task is to write proper comments in a file. And so we'll change directory back to the original page, and then the next file will be in the downloads. So we'll change that directory to downloads. And inside here we have the binary search. So we will take a look at that. And in this original file, there's too many comments, which makes the code look very bloated. The function here does not have a proper explanation. It just shows the name of the function. Then the rest is just commented in a step-by-step process, which is not a proper way to apply comments in the program. So to save time, I've created the second one, and so we will take a look at what I've created. Binary search 2.py. In this Python code, I've created the definition part, which is a multi-line comment at the very top of the function. And in this, it explains the parameters such as the array, the low setting, the high setting, and the element to search in this binary search algorithm. Here, I'll only need a comment to explain the logic of divide and conquer, which if the middle is not the element to be searched, then it's going to divide the array in the area where the element is being searched. And in here it just explains what it's going to return, whether it's if the element is located on the lower end of the array or in the higher end of the array. And then I've created this divider, which I called it the main program, to separate the functions from the input output data. And I just added a comment here just to say to set up the data, index, and number to be searched. And I applied the second comment to display and check if the element is found in the search. And setting it up this way, you apply less comments. It doesn't look that bloaty, and the best way to describe the function is to always create a multi-line at the top. And that is how you make comments, proper comments in any programming language. Thank you for watching.